blood and honey. Check it out. Welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE. This is another of my reporter submissions to the Infowars.com reporter contest. If you saw my last report, it was about how you can get involved in the reporter contest. And just to make a long story short, go to Infowars.com/reporter-contest and / and then you'll be there. And it's just that simple, and that's what you should do. But check it out. Tonight, I wanted to do kind of an offbeat report. Tonight, I wanted to talk about artwork. Okay? Your host, D-Lake, was an art major at a state school here in California, in the United States of America. And so maybe I have my own take on art and artwork. And you know that Alex Jones has talked before about, he's talked recently about Prometheus. He's talked before about other movies and other artists and artwork, and talking about H.R. Giger, however you want to say it, with a collar. And, my sort of take on that is that guy is an artist, and yeah, he's probably influenced by the dark arts, if you want to call it that. And, I don't know if he's in some kind of Illuminati inner circle, but he's definitely influenced by it, and they definitely pay him a lot of money to draw like whacked out crazy stuff. And I think that's part of what I wanted to get into. I wanted to get into like whack art and like kind of this new art of blood and like weird kind of gross stuff. Some of my favorite artists include Robert Rauschenberg, Jasper Johns, Andy Warhol. I really like that whole pop movement. Basquiat. I love Basquiat, and the movie Basquiat. Actually, I wrote a couple notes about this. If you see me, I keep glancing down. Okay, so what? Now I got a teleprompter, right? Just got a couple notes here. Notes are different than... I don't know if notes are different than a teleprompter, but if you see my pen here, I wrote the notes, okay? These are my notes on the paper, okay? I didn't, no one else is being like, hey Dave, this is what you gotta say today. Anyways, but I did note that I really like Jeffrey Wright in that movie. David Bowie's in that movie, Dennis Hopper's in that movie, Gary Oldman is in that movie, and Gary Oldman's character, Albert Milo, wasn't a real person, but is actually a composite of Julian Schnabel, the director, another artist, who's he's a good artist, and he kind of went from, doing big kind of large scale artwork pieces to doing movies. He directed that movie, and like I said, I think it's a really good movie, and so kudos to him. And fine cast, great cast, and very good acting. What am I doing? A whole movie section now? But I think you should check that out. But it's about art, and it's about artwork, and it's about people getting caught up and wrapped up in the art world. See, that's a world, that's a subdivision, that's a subculture, like any other subculture. And when I was in art school, it was my teacher, Janet Cooling, who said that, it was a small class, it was about 20 people, but it's like, hey look, only one of you is going to go on to be like having artwork in galleries and having shows and doing that thing like a real artist. And some of you will be in sort of related, kind of close to it, what you want to be doing like that fields. And the rest of you are going to go back to what you wanted to do before, and some of you will probably be even worse off than that and end up working at a crap job that you don't want to do. But so this is going to be a plug here actually. Mark Mulrooney, who was in my class, that's MULRONEY.com, markmulrooney.com. He was the guy in my class, a good friend of mine. We actually collaborated, we worked together. He's a great guy, and he's got a website, and he's doing the gallery thing, and he's in the art magazines and the art books, and he's really pumping it up and doing that. Okay, so maybe I'm the guy that was like the next step just beyond that. I'm not in the gallery, but I'm doing related stuff. I do my own thing, and I pump up my own thing, and I do my artwork, and I'm on the internet, and I do other stuff like that. So, but what I really wanted to get into is the reason that here's what prompted me to do this special report tonight. Is you know, I was posting my new video on Alex's channel, on his Facebook channel, and I saw this. This is right around the time I put up a song on here, and Susie says, "Oh, geez, Alex, I was looking for that artwork you asked us to look for. Arnold's favorites, dead kids, Nazi little girls, etc." And it just got worse and worse. I give up. LOL. So, I mean, laugh out loud, right? I mean, so is Arnold Schwarzenegger into dead kids, Nazi little girls, etc.? I mean, I've only heard that, you know, hey, you know, my favorite artwork is dead little girls on the bed, or you know, Nazi girls in dresses on beds and dead things. And let's go take a look at Google search for Arnold Nazi belt. Okay, all this Nazi propaganda comes up. Okay, you know, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm here in California where he was the governor, and you know, we got robocalls. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm running, and you know, vote for me. And you know, and like, I guess a bunch of people were like, ha ha ha, it would be so great if the Terminator was in politics, I guess, or like, we don't know. I forgot who he was running against, but when you look at a menu and you see Arnold Schwarzenegger, you're like, hey, that sounds good. Schwarzenegger, I know that name. I recognize that name. And so what are we gonna do? We're gonna vote for this guy. And then he comes in, he's like, oh, I just want to be your supreme ruler and your supreme commander. And you're like, okay. But apparently he's in all kinds of crazy ass artwork and stuff. And that's really weird, but he's not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of people into really crazy artwork, and I mean, look at come on, cat. Angelina Jolie. Thanks, Murphy. But Angelina Jolie has a new movie out, In the Land of Blood and Honey. So basically she takes a, you know, kind of a brilliant title, and this song is just amazing. I love this song. And she totally messes up the title, and that's just an example of artwork, like, you know, like kind of taking one thing, and I mean that is kind of part of art, is taking like artwork from previous artists and like updating it and making it new, but turning the land of milk and honey into the land of blood and honey is just wrong. You know, I really just appreciate it if people got into like really creative, genius type, brain level type science and engineering and just like really cool stuff, and not death. And not all this bogus, oh, we love fetuses in jars and we want to take them home and it's just gross. And we love everything that's bloody and we want our DVDs in blood cases. I mean, yeah, there's a level to horror and Fangora, and that's kind of cool. And I mean, yeah, Friday the 13th is cool, and like, okay, but when things go to serial killer levels, no one wants to see that, and no one wants to see Nazi girls in dresses on beds, unless your name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I just think, all in all, when it comes to artwork, you know, find out what suits you best, what you think you like the best. Check out the classics, check out art history, check out Cezanne, check out Van Gogh, you know, check out Picasso, you know, maybe check out Gauguin, or you know, Goya, or you know, Goya's kind of freaky. Get to a museum, you know, go to the Guggenheim. I've been there. I mean, I've never been to Europe, so if you've been, and I've never been, but I've been to the Guggenheim. I mean, I don't know what kind of playing field you and I are on, but I've been to some pretty cool art galleries. And I saw Van Gogh at the Bellagio in Las Vegas, and that was really sweet. You think he uses black, but he never uses black. He uses really dark colors, like that sort of. I mean, when they print it, it looks black, but he never uses black. He uses really dark colors. Get out there and check out some really cool artworks of the good stuff. You know, get to a museum and check out the good stuff. And don't be a freak like Schwarzenegger and Angelina Jolie, alright? This is DLAKE, your reporter for the Nightly News.